My name is Aiden Owens. Today with me I have,
Kurt Kaufman.
I'm going to ask him 3 questions about sports medicine. How long did it take you to learn about sports medicine?
I think it's one of those things that it's a continuous learning process. It's never something that you can go to school for it. Obviously, you can study your 4 years, you can get your kinesiology degree and all that. But I think it's something that because the health and fitness industry and sports medicine industry is changing consistently, it's something that's continuing education throughout.
All right. Second question, can you tell us about your clinical experience related to athletic injuries?
Well, not only from injuries that I've sustained since I've played, many broken bones, broken wrists, concussions, ligaments, all that good stuff. Just my years of coaching, I've got, at least 13, 14 years of coaching under my belt. So I've seen the wide array of different injuries from minor injuries, cuts and scrapes to, significant injuries, broken bones, dislocations and stuff like that. So definitely have seen my fair share.
All right. And then third question, how do you define the role of sports medicine professionally?
So I think defining a sports medicine professional is just somebody who has a passion for care. It's much like the medical industry, just more specific to sports. So your focus is more narrowed rather than like a primary care or a nurse or something like that, where you may be dealing with a bunch of different things. A sports professional is just going to be more narrow focused, but still the number one thing is always providing care to the patient, and your patients are typically athletes or players.
All right, that's the end of the interview. Thank you for answering my questions. Hello again. I'm here with my second interview, and this is Mr. Rao. I'm gonna ask him 3 questions again. The first question is gonna be the same for these two. How long did it take you to learn about sports medicine?
I feel like till I really got into the science of it, like, are we talking college or like my entire like sports career?
You can do your sports career.
Okay, so I started playing sports when I was in elementary school, so super young age, and then I didn't really get into the science of it and how to like recover and what muscles are controlling what till like my senior year of high school, where I kind of talked about it, and then in college I really started to understand like why it's important for me.
Okay. Second question. Have you ever faced an ethical dilemma in sports medicine, and how did you resolve it?
Considering I don't really have a career in it, probably not for a dilemma. I guess the only dilemma that I had was sometimes like maybe I wasn't as much of a priority because I was a practice player with it, but the way that I solved that dilemma was kind of doing a lot of my own research and then researching things that could help me out no matter what, whether there was a trainer there or not, like solving the issues myself and learning the stretches, maybe the techniques that help my body.
And I know that you're not an athletic trainer, but the third question is saying, how do you motivate athletes during a long recovery period? I know that you are a coach for this year for basketball, and we did get a few people that were hurt. So how did you take it upon?
So a big thing with recovery is that you minimize like that hurt area. Like you need to do stretches to strengthen it back up, but not do too much where it's necessarily gonna break it down and re-injure it more. So you really have to work on time heals, but while it is healing, continue stretching it so that way it doesn't get injured again. That's that main idea of stretching it, letting it repair, not going to the full extent. For example, if somebody's hurt their leg, you're not gonna make them run 100%. You're gonna have them stretch it out, make sure that they're stretched out with that stuff. They're healing. While they're healing, they're continuing to strengthen the muscle, not just letting it become like deficient. So your left leg is super strong, then your right leg isn't. That will cause another injury.
And that's all for the interview. Thank you for joining me.
Of course, thank you.